Sir, we are live. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Namaste to all. Prostrating at the lotus feet of Sadguru, Brahmanishta, Shrotriya, Swami Virajeshwara Saraswati, on behalf of all of us and the entire Guru Parampara, today's discourse on Viveka Chudamani will commence. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Mahasaraswatyai Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambham Shri Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krudau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Tamagocharam Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranadosmiham Om Namo Bhagavate Virajeshwaraya. Last time, the shloka or the verse number 265, it was stopped in the Viveka Chudamani. From 266 shloka onwards today, this small discourse will continue. The one important key phrase we have to always remember in our mind, especially all the jijnasus, all Guru Bandhus. The humble request is the key phrase referring to the last shloka. That too beautifully summarized by Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. Hrudaya kuharam madhye kevalam brahma matram. All that is there eternally present inside our psyche or inside our spiritual heart, inside the cave of our buddhi, our heart, whatever we call. Only that Sadvastu, Parabrahma Vastu, Parama Chaitanya, that unmanifest absolute reality, always it shines. Now, in the next very important step, Acharya Shankara Bhagavatpada, in the next few shlokas, now he is touching upon a very important aspect in this endeavor of the spiritual sadhana itself by all the jijnasus. ಮುಂದಿನ ಕೆಲವು ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಪಾರಮಾರ್ಥಿಕ ಸಾಧನೆ, ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಸಾಧನೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಭಗವತ್ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮೊದಲು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ಕೆಲಸ, ವಾಸನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಅಥವಾ ವಾಸನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಆ ವಾಸನೆಯನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು, ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. So in the next few shlokas, Acharya is now dealing with how to get over this delusion effect of Maya, to progressively go forward in the spiritual sadhana, to reach the Godhead, to ultimately know the reality. So he is referring to how to give up, or what are the impediments, what are the main obstacles in the form of vasanas, that is the tendencies, also called in Vedanta samskaras. He is talking about. And another point, to one or two lines before we go to the next important set of shlokas. Please bear with me with utmost attention, because this is a very confusing, really confusing concept. regarding the reality, liberation, realization, Atma Sakshatkara, Brahma Sakshatkara as it is called. All Mahatmans know by first-hand personal experience. And the same thing Acharya is also talking here, that no doubt, once the reality dawns in, once the jnana dawns in, what happens? The entity, individuality is lost, and the personality becomes transformed, and he becomes a jnani or Brahmavid. It happens, the ultimate step, only by the grace of Sadguru or God himself, not by any more personal efforts. This is well known. It happens in a flash. Realization happens in a flash. All Mahatmans watch for it. Upanishads declare. But the subtle point is, when the realization dawns in, at the same breath, in the same sense, within a flash, all the innate vasanas carried in this mind and buddhi or antakarana from hundreds of previous births, samskaras carried through from the previous births, they will also not immediately get smashed. They will not immediately disappear in a flash. So that is one basic point. So there is some confusion in the minds of some jignasus or sadhakas. The confusion is, the moment reality dawns in, there is 100% total vasanakshaya, 100%. But it may not be so. That is the point here. That is the point Acharya is making. 100% vasanakshaya may not happen in the same breath when the jnana dawns in along with it, simultaneous. It may take some more time. The vasanas, the tendencies, impressions carried over will remain for some time, and slowly they get dissipated as the mind totally remains in Brahmakara Vritti, as the intellect or buddhi remains in Brahmakara Vritti. That is, Nididhyasana should continue. So gradually vasanas will go away. See, this is one subtle point to remember very correctly. In this connection, I will draw your attention to the 18th chapter of Scientist's Search for Truth autobiography by our Pujya Gurudev. In the last chapter, he writes, after realization, when he met his Guru and explained the process and the experiences he personally felt, the Guru, Swami Vidyananda Saraswati, our Paramaguru, how he made beautifully some observations. Very, very lucidly our Gurudev has written the comments by his Guru, Swami Vidyananda Saraswati. Our Paramaguru says there, he tells our Gurudev that, yes, now you have become Brahmavit, knower of the Brahma. You have now become Brahmavit, I can vouch for that. You have become a Brahmajna. But immediately don't give up 100% this false ego which you have experienced that it is only a pure illusion and mithya. This ego remains for some time due to vasanas or samskaras. They will not go away immediately. So let the time pass through, and this ego, aham, will gradually get reduced to the total annihilation level. Because right in the beginning, if you say that I am a zero, I am nobody, I am nothing, this I feeling is nothing, that is not the correct. Let it fall itself automatically. That is how he advises. Our Paramaguru advises our Guru. Please, I request once again to go through the comments, the advice given by our Paramaguru in the book Scientists Search for Truth in the last chapter, 18th chapter. What our Paramaguru says, same thing now Acharya, 1200 years back. Now he is going to say, or he has said in Viveka Chudamani. So this is just minor, small point to remember. ज्ञाते वस्तुन्यपि बलवती वासना अनादिरेषा कर्ता भोक्तापि अहमति दृढा यास्य संसार हेतुः प्रत्यग्दृष्ट्या आत्मनि निवसता सा अपनीया प्रयत्नात् मुक्तिं प्राहुस्तदिह मुनयो वासना तानवं यत् ज्ञाते वस्तुन्यपि बलवती वासना अनादिरेषा बलवती वासना अनादिरेष अनादि बलवती वासना ये अनादि बलवती वासना. The stress is there. ज्ञाते वस्तुन्यपि बलवती वासना अनादिरेषा कर्ता भोक्ता अपि अहमति दृढा यास्य संसार हेतुः प्रत्यग्दृष्ट्या आत्मनि निवसता सापनेया प्रयत्नात् मुक्तिं प्राहुस्तदिह मुनयो वासना तानवं यत् वासना तानवं यत् इह मुक्तिः इति मुनयः प्राहुः. ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಗಂಭೀರವಾದಂತಹ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಆಚಾರ್ಯರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನ ಬಂದ ನಂತರ, ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನ ಅನುಭವಿಸಿದ ನಂತರ ವ್ಯವಹಾರದ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಜಗತ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಜ್ಞಾನಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಕರ್ತೃ, ನಾನು ಭೋಕ್ತೃ, ನಾನು ಕರ್ತ, ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಮಾಡುವಂಥವನು, ನಾನು ಭೋಕ್ತ, ಅದರ ಫಲವನ್ನು ಉಣ್ಣುವಂಥವನು ಅನ್ನುವ ಈ ಅನಾದಿ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರ ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರಬಲವಾಗಿ ದೃಢವಾಗಿ ಇರುತ್ತದಪ್ಪ ಶಿಷ್ಯ. ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೂ ಸಹ, ಆತ್ಮನನ್ನು ಅರಿತುಕೊಂಡ್ರೂ ಸಹ ಇದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಅನಾದಿಯಾದ ಬಲವಾದ ವಾಸನೆ, ನಾನು ಕರ್ತ, ನಾನು ಭೋಕ್ತ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ದೃಢವಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ಮುಂದೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಸಂಸಾರಕ್ಕೂ ಕಾರಣ, ಅದೇ ಸಂಸಾರ ಬಂಧನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಆತ್ಮನನ್ನು ಅರಿತುಕೊಂಡ ಮೇಲೂ ಸಹ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ತಿಳಿದವನು ವಿಭು, ಜ್ಞಾನಿ, ವಿದುಷ, ಬುಧ, ಸಮದರ್ಶಿ, ತತ್ವದರ್ಶಿ, ತತ್ವಜ್ಞಾನ ಉಂಟಾದರೂ ಸಹ ಅಂತಹ ತತ್ವದರ್ಶಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಗಾತ್ಮನೇ ನಾನು, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಆತ್ಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪನೇ ನಾನು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಆತ್ಮನಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ನೆಲೆಸಬೇಕು. ಅಂತಹ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನಿಷ್ಠ ಅಥವಾ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನಿ ನಾನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕರ್ತ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಭೋಕ್ತ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿಜವಾದ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಗಾತ್ಮ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಆ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಸ್ವರೂಪವಾಗಿರುವ ಆತ್ಮಸ್ವರೂಪನೇ ನಾನು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನಂಬಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮೆಲುಕು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಕಾರ ವೃತ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಇಂತಹ ವಾಸನೆಗಳ ಕ್ಷಯ ಅದು ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ಮುನಿ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ವಾಸನೆಗಳ ಕ್ಷಯ, ವಾಸನಾ ತ್ಯಾಗ ಮುಂದೆ ಆಗತಕ್ಕಂಥ, ಆಗ ಆತ ಮುಕ್ತ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಸೊ ದಿ Acharya is talking about now about the Vasanakshaya Prakarana here. Jnate vastunyapi. Jnate vastun api. Jnate vastuni api. See the key word. Jnate vastuni api means in spite of. Api means in spite of. Jnate vastuni. After realizing the Atman. Please remember. Jnate vastuni api means, Acharya writes, even after realizing the Swaswarupa, after experiencing Atma Darshana, after realizing the reality, after becoming a Brahmavit, after knowing the Brahma or Atma, it means Jnate vastuni api. Balavati vasana anadire. The samskaras, tendencies, vasana also means samskara. Samskara means vasana. Both are used in the same sense in Sanskritam language. So the samskaras, our impressions carried from previous birth, negative tendency, positive tendency, our behavior, in other words, vasana. See, they are so strong, they remain. They are so strong, they remain. Why? Because karta bhokta api aham iti drudha yasya samsara hetu. I am the karta, I am the doer, I am the bhokta, I am the enjoyer. See, the feeling I, that is the ego, ahankara, persists to some extent. I am the doer, I am the karta. I do this, I don't do that, I plan in this way, I don't do that way. All that is happening in my life, I am doing. See, with my mind and buddhi, I am involved. Consciously, I am doing. My mind tells me, my buddhi, intellect tells me to do this, I will do this. My buddhi tells me not to do this, I will not do this. My mind decides not to go there, I will not go there. My mind plans to do in a different way, I will do it in different way. So this is called karta, kartrutva. So I am the doer. Similarly, I am the bhokta. Means whatever the results of my karma, I will face and enjoy. Enjoy means I will experience, good or bad. If I do a bad thing, there will be bad effect, bad result. So I have to enjoy means I have to take it, maybe in the form of suffering. For whatever work I do, the result I have to face, good or bad. So I am the karta, I am the bhokta, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. So this feeling always remains. And this feeling itself is basically responsible for continuation of samsara. That is, by ajnana, I am identifying with my body. I am the body. I am the body-mind complex. I am totally under delusion, maya, and that is enough to continue in the cycle of birth and death, samsara. So, what Acharya says next two lines. प्रत्येक दृष्ट्या आत्मनि निवसता स आपनेया प्रयत्नात्. प्रयत्नात् आपनेया. प्रत्येक दृष्ट्या आत्मनि निवसता सह आपनेया. That means you have to look, my dear disciple. So by constant effort, this vasana which is there, that I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. You have to remove that delusion constantly by practice. Consciously, you have to remove. Consciously you have to try. Consciously you have to try. Only by constant trying, constant, without any doubt. Fix yourself in your own pratyagatma. Keep your mind always dwell with the point that you are no more the body. Always reflect upon, always recapitulate, always think, always have the firmness in the mind that I am not the body mind complex. I am Atma Swarupa. By effort, it has to be done. Because samskaras will not go away easily. Vasanas will not go away easily. See, that is a point, Acharya. प्रत्यग्दृष्ट्या आत्मनि निवसता सा आपनेया प्रयत्नात् by determined effort, you have to try, because see, the vasanas are so strong. Unless see, you have to, when if you don't try, they will not leave, they will not go away, they will not vanish. So the entity is always subject to the maya, the effect of the maya in the form of vasanas. The pressures of the vasanas will be there in the mind, and by habit, you know, by natural instinct, the individual entity will behave in the way he behaves prior to dawn of the jnana. See, when a person knows the Atma Swarupa, when he becomes a jnana, the others watching him cannot see the difference. They will see him behaving the same way as he was earlier. There is no change in body transformation. There is no mark on the forehead to suggest to others that he is a Brahmajnani. So people watching the Jnani cannot find the difference. They will see him in the same way. He is the same person for them. So the vasanas are so strong, overnight you can't completely shift your personality from the point of the onlooker's viewpoint. See, that is the point. So sometimes, even after knowing Atman, Acharya is what is hinting. See, your feelings, inborn feelings, vasana means your instinctive feelings from the birth, what is there. Like, for example, the lust, the anger, some are very angry, short-tempered nature, mild nature, jealousy, envy, pride, likes and dislikes. They may continue for some time. Your personality may exhibit these things. ಆತ್ಮನನ್ನು ಅರಿತುಕೊಂಡ ಮೇಲೂ ಸಹ ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ತನ್ನ ಕೋಪ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅನಿಸಿಕೆ ಆಗಲಿ, ಸಿಡುಕು ಸ್ವಭಾವ ಆಗಲಿ, ಬೈಯೋದಾಗಲಿ, ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ಬರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಒರಟಾಗಿ ಮಾತನಾಡೋದಾಗಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ವರ್ತನೆಗಳು ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಾಕ್ತನ ವಾಸನಾ ಬಲ ಫಲ ಅಂತ ವೇದಾಂತ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ವಾಸನೆಗಳು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಬಲವಾಗಿ ನೂರಾರು ಜನ್ಮಗಳಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಸಿಡುಕುತನ, ಒರಟುತನ ಆಗಲಿ, ಬೇರೆಯವರ ಜೊತೆ ಆತನ ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಆಗಲಿ, ಆತ ನಡೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ರೀತಿ ಆಗಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಮೊದಲಿದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದೇ ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಾಸನೆಗಳು, ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು, ಆತನ ವರ್ತನೆಗಳು, ನಡವಳಿಕೆ ತಕ್ಷಣವೇ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಇಂತಹ ವಾಸನೆಗಳು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಮುಂದಿನ ಜನ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ, ಸೊ ಬೈ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನ್ಡ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್, see, the mind and buddhi, ultimately they mean your personal ego, individuality. This ego itself is ahankar. This is the impediment. This will persist. The ego will persist, and gradually it has to disappear by constant dwelling in Pratyagatma. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನಿಷ್ಠನಾಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಜ್ಞಾನಿಯು ಸದಾಕಾಲ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಕಾರ ವೃತ್ತಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ವೇದಾಂತ. ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಕಾರ ವೃತ್ತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡ್ವೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ವಸ್ತು, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ರಿಮೆಂಬರಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ದ ಆತ್ಮಸ್ವರೂಪ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ದ ಆತ್ಮಸ್ವರೂಪ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡ್ವೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ own reality, the original reality, that I am not the body, mind, ego, I am Atma Swarupa. This is called Nididhyasa in the real sense. So a jnani or an entity, after immediately realization, he should continue his Nididhyasana, constant dwelling in the truth, constantly remembering that I am not the body, mind, ego complex anymore. Even though they will not vanish within a fraction of a second, but this effort should continue. So this constant dwelling in the truth or Pratyagatma, our own Atma, our own Parama Chaitanya, I am that only. No more I am body, no more this individual entity. So dwelling on the truth is called Nididhyasana. And that is also called the thought process, called this thought process of remembering what I am constantly, that I am Brahma Swarupa. This is called Brahmakara Vritti also in Vedanta. Brahmakara Vritti andre nirantara nididhyasana. ಪ್ರತ್ಯಗಾತ್ಮನೇ ನಾನು, ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆತ್ಮವೇ ನಿಜವಾದ ಆತ್ಮ, ನಿಜವಾದ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಅನ್ನುವ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ, ಅರಿವು ಸದಾಕಾಲ ಜಾಗೃತವಾಗಿರೋದು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಕಾರ ವೃತ್ತಿ ಅಂತ. ಇದನ್ನ ಮುನಿಗಳು ಮಹಾತ್ಮರು ಮುಕ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಸನಾ ಕ್ಷಯ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಮುಕ್ತಿ. ದಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಅನಿಲೇಷನ್ ಗ್ರಾಜುಯಲಿ ವಿಚ್ ಅಕರ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ವಾಸನಾ ಕ್ಷಯ. That is called mukti, or finally complete the liberation. So these are the points here in the shloka to remember very correctly. Realization is one aspect, but constant nididhyasana, dwelling and effort should continue is another aspect. So that ultimately the ego, which is the reason for your I am the doer, I am feeling, that should completely annihilate itself. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೇದಾಂತದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಶಬ್ದ ಮನೋನಾಶ, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ annihilation of ego, that I concept, that outer I concept, that will happen gradually. That will happen gradually. That's what Acharya is hinting at. Next, to continue this, aham mameti yo bhavo dehakshaado anatmani adhyasoyam nirastavyo vidusha swatmanishtaya. Aham mameti, keywords, the very first two words in the shloka. Just to remember. Aham mama iti, aham mama iti, aham mama iti. ನಾನು ಮತ್ತು ನನ್ನವರು. ಅಹಂ ಮಮ ಇತಿ. ಅಹಂ ಮಮೇತಿ ಯೋ ಭಾವೋ ದೇಹಾಕ್ಷಾದೌ ಅನಾತ್ಮನಿ ಅಧ್ಯಾಸೋಯಂ ನಿರಸ್ತವ್ಯೋ ವಿದುಷಾ ಸ್ವಾತ್ಮನಿಷ್ಠಯ. Acharya is now making very clear. So, after knowing the Atman, jnate vastuni api, previously, first word. So, after knowing Atman, after realizing Atman, next what he says, cause for delusion. Aham mama iti yo bhavo dehakshadau anatmani ಅಧ್ಯಾಸೋಯಂ ನಿರಸ್ತವ್ಯೋ ವಿದುಷಾ ಸ್ವಾತ್ಮನಿಷ್ಠ ವಿದುಷಾ ಸ್ವಾತ್ಮನಿಷ್ಠಯ ಅಧ್ಯಾಸೋಯಂ ನಿರಸ್ತವ್ಯ. ಇಂಜಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೈ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಶಂಕರ ಭಗವತ್. ಸೊ ವಿದುಷಾ ಹಿಯರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಜ್ಞಾನಿ. ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿದುಷಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆತ್ಮನನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಜ್ಞಾನಿ, ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನಿ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನಿಯು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಈ ಅನಾತ್ಮ ವಸ್ತುವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ, ಜಡವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ, ನಾಶವಾಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಅನಾತ್ಮ ವಸ್ತುವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಈ ದೇಹದ ಇಂದ್ರಿಯಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತಃಕರಣ, ಈ ದೇಹಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಅಹಂಕಾರ, ಬುದ್ಧಿ, ಚಿತ್ತ, ಮನಸ್ಸು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ನನ್ನದು ಎಂಬ ಯಾವ ಭಾವನೆ ಇದೆಯೋ, ಈ ತಪ್ಪು ಕಲ್ಪನೆಯಿಂದ, ಈ ತಪ್ಪು ಭಾವನೆಯನ್ನ ಆತ್ಮನಿಷ್ಠೆಯಿಂದ ತೊಲಗಿಸಬೇಕು. ಈ ತಪ್ಪು ಭಾವನೆ, ತಪ್ಪು ಕಲ್ಪನೆಗೆ ಅಧ್ಯಾಸ, ವೇದಾಂತದ ಶಬ್ದ. ಅಧ್ಯಾಸ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪು ಭಾವನೆ, ತಪ್ಪು ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾವುದು ನಿಜವಲ್ಲವೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಜ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಧ್ಯಾಸ, ಅಧ್ಯಾರೋಪ ಅಂತಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಹ, ಈ ಮನಸ್ಸು ನಿಜವಾಗಲೂ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ನಿಜವಾದ ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ಅನಾತ್ಮ, ಇದು ಆತ್ಮವಸ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಜಡ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ದೇಹ ಅಂತ ಭಾವ ಇದೆ, ಅದು ತಪ್ಪು ಕಲ್ಪನೆ, ಅಧ್ಯಾಸ. ಅದನ್ನು ತೊಲಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ, ಆತ್ಮನಿಷ್ಠೆಯಿಂದ, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನಿಷ್ಠೆಯಿಂದ ನಾನು ನನ್ನದು ಎಂಬ ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಾವಗಳನ್ನ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಸೇಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ದಿ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಷನ್, ಅಧ್ಯಾಸ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ ವೇದಾಂತ ವರ್ಡ್. Adhyasa means the false identification, the false notion. Superimposition also, as it is called in some books in English. What is a false notion or identification here? That is, I am the body. I means I am the mind. I means I am the body. I means I am my intellect. I. See, from birth to death, this feeling of I-ness, ego is there. I am the body. I means so and so. How many times it has been said by I means I am boy. I means who are you? I am a girl. I am a man. I am a woman. I am a brahmachari. I am an old man. I am a old woman. I am a deceased fellow. I am a healthy person. I am a rich. I am poor. I am a sannyasi. I am a jijnasu. What not? So, who are you? For the question, if I go on giving answers like that, that is all from the standpoint of Adhyatma, Vedanta, the wrong answer. I am not all these things at all. All these are Anatma, Jada. They are there, they will go away. Along with when the body dies, everything will go. Your status, individual, everything, your ego will go away. It's false. But we never think it is false. Can I imagine I am false? I can see myself. I can talk to you. How can you say I am false? How can you say I am mithya? Look. See how beautifully the Maya, the delusion acts. I means from so many births, I means this. I means this. I means this. So that is my effect of the mind. The avarana and viksha. Avarana here is the reality is masked, covered. So the adhyasa means false implication. So I am thinking my body and mind as I myself. In reality, I means I am that only. That I don't know. Look at the implication. So adhyasa means false identification. Acharya says here. So what he says? Aham mameti yo bhavo dehakshadau anatmani adhyasau ayam nirastavya vidusha swatmanishtaya. Only by swa atmanishtaya vidusha, only by atmanishtha, dwelling in Atma, remembering with Brahmakara Vritti that I am the Atma Swarupa. Vidusha, it means a jnani, a knower of truth. Vidusha Swatmanishtaya Adhyasam Nirastamya. This false notion he has to remove by effort. No more I am the body. No more I am a man. No more I am a woman. No more I am Sukhi. No more I am Dukhi. No more I am a poor man. No more I am a rich man. This has to be removed. This adhyasa, superimposition, this wrong notion to be removed by Atmanishtha, by constant effort, by Brahmakara Vritti, by Nididhyasa. And the first line, please remember what Acharya says in the shloka. Aham mameti yo bhavo dehakshado anatmani. This I and mine. Aham mama iti. Me, myself, and mine, my people. Me and mine, please remember. This is the crux of the Vedanta. All Upanishads vehemently declare. Bhagavad Gita also says, God says the same thing. Krishna Paramatma says the same thing in Mahabharata. Not exactly in Bhagavad Gita, but later in Anugita, which is nothing but Bhagavad Gita. In Anugita, Lord Krishna Paramatma, finally, in the concluding remarks to Arjuna in Anugita, Lord Krishna Paramatma, you know what he says? We have forgotten. We don't remember. We don't recapitulate because we don't read. Or even if somebody tells, I forget. So nobody is blamed here. We just simply, we tend to forget. That is our nature. That is the instinct. That is our vasana. That is our samskara. What finally, one of the best, simplest Upadesha Lord Krishna Paramatma has given to Arjuna in Anugita. Yaksharastu bhaven mrutyuhu treksarastu brahma shashvatam. Dvaksharastu bhaven mrutyu treksarastu brahma shashvatam. Mameti bhaven mrutyuhu na mameti shashvatam. Mameti bhaven mrutyuhu na mameti shashvatam. Mama iti bhavet mrutyuhu na mama iti brahma shashvatam. Implied meaning. ಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಗವಂತ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನಲ್ಲ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಅರ್ಜುನನಿಗೆ. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ಎರಡಕ್ಷರದ ಪದ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಬಾರಿ 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 ಮೃತ್ಯುಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸಂಸಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪುನರ್ಜನ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೂರಕ್ಷರದ ಪದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮುಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಬಹಳ ಸುಂದರವಾದ ವಿವರಣೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಎರಡಕ್ಷರದ ಪದ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಸಂಸಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೃತ್ಯುವಿನಿಂದ ಮೃತ್ಯುವಿಗೆ. ಹುಟ್ಟೋದು ಸಾಯೋದು ಮರುಹುಟ್ಟು, ಹುಟ್ಟೋದು ಸಾಯೋದು ಮರುಹುಟ್ಟು. ಮೂರಕ್ಷರದ ಪದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಶಾಶ್ವತವಾದ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಪದವಿ, ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಎರಡಕ್ಷರ ಪದ? ಮಮ. ಮ ಮ ಎರಡಕ್ಷರ ಪದ. ನ ಮಮ ನ ಮಮ ಮೂರಕ್ಷರದ ಪದ. So Lord is so clear, precise. Look, Arjuna, the word with the two letters will make you to fall in samsara, with the birth and death cycle, constant churning. The word with the two letters will put you in samsara. The word with the three letters will take you away from samsara and it will provide you jivan mukti. Shashvata pada, brahmajnana. So what is the two-letter word he says in the next line? Mame iti bhavein mrut. So mama word with the two letters will continue yourself with that in samsara. It will make you to die with the samsara itself. Remain in samsara, hundreds of births. Na mama, three-lettered word, will take you to salvation. Mama means mine. Na mama means not mine, in the exact opposite sense. So me and mine concept will keep you in samsara. I am not the body, I am not this ego, I am not this mind, and these people are not mine. My own kids and kins are not mine. My own family is not mine. Because the feeling is everyone without exception. Everyone without exception has this samskara completely embedded. Me and mine. Only these people are mine. I live for them. My whole life revolves around them. For their benefit, I earn money. I earn status. I strive hard. I make more money. I save more money. I keep money in the bank lockers. And extra money in so many ways I invest. And black money I keep somewhere in Benami ways, third person ways, in third party name. So why I do all these things? Or I keep my excess money in the modern terms in Swiss banks. They are the heavens, tax heavens for such money, or in some West Indian islands, Cayman Islands. So why I do all this? For my people. For my people. Who are my people? Mama, my own family, my wife, my husband, my son, my daughter, my son-in-law, my daughter-in-law, my grandchildren. For them. Do I keep 1 rupee for others? No. Mama, mine. So this is the feeling. Mama is generated because of me. When the I concept generates, along with the I concept, mine concept also will be tagged on. Me goes with the mine. The world is not mine. Only my people are mine. Jokingly. Sometimes in the concept of mine, parents are not included at all. They are not mine. In most of the cases, parents are parents. Who are mine? Only my family. My family means my spouse and my children. Look at that. Me and my family. Me and my family. So Acharya is talking the same thing here. What Lord in Mahabharata, in Anugita said there, Mamete bhavin mrityuhu na mameti brahma shashvatam. Lord said, Bhagavan said, Krishna Paramatma said. Same thing, look at Acharya, what he says. Aham mameti yo bhavo dehakshado anatmani adhyasoyam nirastavya. So this wrong notion that only me and mine, you remove that from your life. A real jnani, a real knower of the truth will understand. There is nothing like me and mine. The ego is lost completely, gradually. Along with it, my, mine, my people, my kids and kin, even that is lost. Then what happens? Sarvatma bhava. Your Pratyagatma includes everything. You think the whole world, universe is yourself. You are the entire world. You are the whole cosmos. Everything is inside you. And from you, it has come out, projected out as samsara. You will ultimately understand the truth. Very difficult. Words fail here. And I being a very insignificant dust particle, I may not do justice at all to express exactly the truth in words. So Acharya continues the same point. Jnatva swam pratyagatmanam buddhi tadvrutti sakshinam sohamityeva sadvrutya anatmani atmamatim jahi. Next sloka is very, very profound but straightforward and very clear, precise, specific. Jnatva swam pratyagatmanam buddhi tadvrutti sakshinam soham ityeva sadvrutya anatmani atmamatim jahi. Jahi means give up. Standard, direct, specific instruction by Acharya to the Shishya, to the disciple, to the qualified disciple. Uttamadhika. Jahi. Look, my dear disciple, give up. Jahi means give up. Jahi andre ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡು. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ಶಿಷ್ಯ, ಖಂಡಿತ ಇದನ್ನು ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. ಆಚಾರ್ಯರ ಕಟ್ಟಪ್ಪಣೆ ಇದೆ ಈ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ. ಏನು? ಸೋಹಮಿತ್ಯೇವ ಸದ್ವೃತ್ಯ ಅನಾತ್ಮನಿ ಆತ್ಮಮತಿಂ ಜಹಿ. ಅನಾತ್ಮನಿ ಆತ್ಮಮತಿಂ ಜಹಿ. ಈ ಜಡವಾದಂತಹ ಈ ದೇಹ, ನಿನ್ನ ಶರೀರ, ನಿನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸು, ನಿನ್ನ ಬುದ್ಧಿ, ನಿನ್ನ ಅಹಂಕಾರ, ನಾನು ನಾನು ಅಂತ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಅನಾತ್ಮ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಅದು ಆತ್ಮವನ್ನು, ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಹಾಕು, ಈ ಜಡ ವಸ್ತುಗಳಿಂದ ತೆಗೆದುಹಾಕು. ಸೋಹಮಿತ್ಯೇವ ಸದ್ವೃತ್ಯ. ಸೋಹಂ ಎಂಬ ಭಾವದಿಂದ, ಸದ್ವೃತ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ನೀನು ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೋಹಂ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಹ ಅಹಂ, ನಾನು ಅದೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ತತ್ವಮಸಿ ಗೂಢಾರ್ಥ, ಅಹಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಸ್ಮಿ ಗೂಢಾರ್ಥವೇ ಸೋಹಂ. ಸೋಹಂ ಬೇರೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅಹಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಸ್ಮಿ ಬೇರೆಯಲ್ಲ, ತತ್ವಮಸಿ ಬೇರೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರಜ್ಞಾನಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಬೇರೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲವೂ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ ಮಹಾಮಂತ್ರಗಳ ಮೂಲ ಮಂತ್ರ ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು? ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆತ್ಮಸ್ವರೂಪ. ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕಾತ್ಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪ. ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪ, ನಿರಾಕಾರ ತತ್ವ, ನಿರಂಜನ ನಿಷ್ಕಲ ನಿತ್ಯ ಬುದ್ಧ ಶುದ್ಧ ಮುಕ್ತ ಆನಂದ ಸ್ವರೂಪನೇ ನಾನು. ಈ ದೇಹ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮನಸ್ಸು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಬೆಳಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇ ಆತ್ಮ. ಆತ್ಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪನೇ ನಾನು. ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಬೆಳಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದೇ ಆತ್ಮ. ಈ ದೇಹದ ಚೈತನ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಆತ್ಮವೇ ಕಾರಣ. ಸಮಸ್ತ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಗೆ ಆತ್ಮವೇ ಕಾರಣ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಗಾತ್ಮನೇ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ವಸ್ತುವೇ ಕಾರಣ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ವಸ್ತು ಸ್ವರೂಪನಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಗಾತ್ಮನಿಂದಲೇ ಸಮಸ್ತ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಗಾತ್ಮನೇ ನಾನು, ಆತ್ಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪನೇ ನಾನು. ಈ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳಪ್ಪ, ದೇಹ ಮತ್ತು ಮನಸ್ಸು ನಾನು ಅನ್ನೋ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದಾಕ್ಬಿಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ. ಜ್ಞಾತ್ವಾ ಸ್ವಂ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಗಾತ್ಮಾನಂ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ತದ್ವೃತ್ತಿ ಸಾಕ್ಷಣಂ. ಈ ಬುದ್ಧಿ, ಮನಸ್ಸು, ಅಹಂಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಯಾಗಿದೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಗಾತ್ಮ, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪರಮಚೈತನ್ಯ. ಇದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥಕೋ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಸೇಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಜ್ಞಾತ್ವಾ ಸ್ವಂ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಗಾತ್ಮಾನಂ. ಸೊ after knowing the Atman, after becoming Brahmavit, realizing your real identity, your true nature, you are no more the body, you are the Atma Swarupa, you are Pratyagatma, you are that primordial, birthless, deathless, changeless, Nitya Buddha Shuddha Atma Swarupa. Once you realize that, you are that. With a feeling of Soham, with a feeling of Soham all the time, constantly experiencing and feeling, not by doing japa, not by mechanical japa. It has to be felt, it has to be experienced. What? Soham. Soham means saha plus aham. Aham saha. I am that only. Aham, I, saha, that. Aham saha is nothing but Tattvamasi Mahavat. Nothing but Aham Brahmasmi. Nothing but Brahmaivahamasmi. All these different Mahamantras in Upanishads mean the same thing. Whether you call it as Tadaham, Brahmaivahamasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Soham, Aham Saha means Soham. Soham means Aham Saha. Or Shivoham, Nijananda Rupoham. In whatever words are used, it means the same thing. I am that supreme reality. So with that feeling, Sohamityeva sadvrutya anatmani atmamatim jahi. So remove this identification with your body, mind, organs, everything, that they are unreal, they are mithya, they are jada, they are jada prakriti. They are the ones which vanish one day. You are birthless, deathless, Shuddha Buddha Nitya Ananda Swarup. So that is really myself. I have to remember that. I have to dwell in that feeling. It has, once it is experienced in a flash, it has to remain as a ultimately natural state, as a natural state called Sahaja Samadhi ultimately. So Acharya is hinting and hammering that point. Jnatva swam pratyagatmanam buddhi tadvrutti sakshanam. This your aham, real atma is the sakshi, swayam sakshi. In its presence, your own buddhi, intellect is shining. Your mind is shining. Your chitta is shining. Your indriyas are functioning their individual specific role. They are performing, like moving, eating, sitting, seeing, walking, touching, etc., etc. All that is happening because of the presence of the Parama Chaitanya, the radiating, self-radiating principle, shining principle as Atma Swarupa. Parabrahma Vritti, Parabrahma Swarupa, Atma Swarupa, Pratyagatma Swarupa, the absolute self, the absolute, all these words indicate the same. So we had, Acharya says, you remember that you are that. Soham ityeva bhavena. Soham, I am that only. Saha plus aham, soham. Always have that feeling in the mind all the time. Soham. I remember in this connection one small anecdote. When very innocently a question by a Shraddhalu, by a Jijnasu, by a spiritual aspirant who is not well educated, who has not read any scriptures much at all. But basically he was highly, spiritually interested to reach Godhead. So he was ardent devotee of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. And once he questioned with all earnestness and simplicity Bhagavan, that in which simple way I should continue my sadhana to reach God. In what simplest way? In what simplest way I can continue? Please guide me. So something, I'm not remembering the correct words. I'm only remembering the summary. I may be wrong in these words, but this is the summary I'm talking. Then Bhagavan gave a simplest answer. The entire philosophy, Advaitic philosophy, ultimate truth, he summarized in simple 4 phrases. Anybody can understand. Bhagavan said, Naham deham, oham, soham, Naham deham, oham, question mark, soham, Naham deham, oham, soham. You cannot simplify anything more. The whole truth, the entire summary of the philosophy of Viveka Chudamani, other than this, only 4 words. Naham deham, Bhagavan. You remember like that. Practice like that. Have this point in the mind. Dwell on this point. Constantly recapitulate, do manana, reflection on this point and tartha. Bhagavan ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. Naham deham. ಇದನ್ನು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಶಿಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ. ಭಗವಾನ್ ರಮಣ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ. ನಾಹಂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ ಅಹಂ ದೇಹಂ. ನಾನು ದೇಹ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಶರೀರ ಅಲ್ಲ. ನಾಹಂ ದೇಹಂ. ಕೋಹಂ ಸೋಹಂ. ಕೋಹಂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಹ ಅಹಂ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾರು? ನಾನು ದೇಹ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾರು? ನಾನು ಅದೇ ಆಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸಹ ಅಹಂ, ಅಹಂ ಸಹ, ಹಂ ಸಹ. Short form. Koham, soham. So I am not the body. Naham deham. Koham. Then who am I? Koham. Who am I? Soham. I am that all. Can anybody simplify better than this? Only 4 words. The entire Vedanta. Naham deham. Koham soham. Koham soham. Who am I? Who am I really? If I'm not the body, if I'm not the mind, how to experience? Who am I really? I am that one. I am that one. That Paramajit, that Parabrahmaswara, that Nirakara, that invisible, primordial, causeless cause, primordial, Moola, Sanatana, Avyakta. It is beyond the seed form Avyakta or Moola Prakriti. Even it's beyond this commonly called Avyakruta or Avyakta, the original substrate, primordial, the one and the only one which remains all the time as it is. So that I am, that Vastu I am, that I am. There is no name. It is nameless, formless, genderless, birthless, deathless, changeless. It is beyond all your imaginations and all the words. No words can explain. Nobody can explain what it is. Nobody by any amount of literature can explain to the others. By teaching, you cannot make the other person a jnani. No amount of the teaching by the Sadguru make the other person. Of course, exceptions are there. The Kripa Drishti, by Dhatu Prasada, by Guru Kataksha, anything can happen. But it happens in rare cases. So normally, the teaching of a Guru will not make you a jnani. You have to do the effort. Your Praktanabala Punya Sukruta should be there. Sincere attempt is there, should be there. Then the Guru's grace will work. Then at an appropriate time, divinity sets in a flash. You will know the truth. In a flash, it happens. So all that is the role of the Sadguru, nobody can explain, nobody can define. So Sadguru is none other than supreme reality. Sadguru is none other than Parabrahma Vastu. Sadguru is none other than that Brahma Swarup. The same Sadguru is inside your heart, inside my heart, inside everything. Sakala Charachara Vastu. Everything is pervaded by this Brahma Vastu. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Only the discerning deep insight is required. Shraddha is required. Guru Bhakti is required. And Guru's grace is required ultimately to reach to that final step of realization. Jnatva pratyagatmanam buddhi tadvrutti sakshanam sohamityeva sadrutya anatmani atmamatim jahi. Remove the feeling that you are the body. It's all anat. What he Acharya says. In this Vasana Tyaga Prakarana, this few lines by Guru Sankalpa, today we'll stop here. Sri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama, Sri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama, Sri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama, Sri Rama Jaya Jaya Rama. Hari Om.
Sir, thank you for the blessing every time. This summarized so far whatever we have learned so beautifully, especially the last 4 phrases by Ramana Maharshi. It was simply mesmerizing. Thank you so much, sir. Hari Om.
Hari Om. No words.